My group's discovered over a dozen exoplanets orbiting other stars over the past 5 years, and it's been a really exciting time.
I specifically study how our atmosphere affects the spectra that we look at when we're looking at transiting exoplanets. When we're using a ground-based telescope and the spectra comes in through our atmosphere, the atmosphere interacts with that light and messes it up a little bit. So then when we're trying to see the red or blue shift, how far away or towards us the star is moving, it's a little bit messed up. So our readings have some error in them. So my research is helping others know how much error might be in their measurements. So since mine is completely simulated, I know every single component. So I can isolate exactly what the atmosphere is doing just to the spectra.
I specifically do research studying M-dwarf type stars. So an M-dwarf star are the most abundant stars that we have in our universe. They're the most common. And they're also the coolest, the dimmest, and the smallest. When we look up at night, even though they're the most abundant, we don't actually see any of them with our naked eye. It's actually a really good thing when we're looking for exoplanets because since they're so dim, when an exoplanet transits in front of that star, it's going to block a lot more of its total light, making it a lot easier to see if there's an exoplanet.
When I was little, I was always just really interested in stars, and for a long time I thought I was just going to be an astronomer, and then I got to high school and took physics, and I realized I really like physics too. And then I found out that astrophysics was a thing, and I was like, fantastic, that's just what I'm going to do from now on. So it started pretty early, but anybody can start at any point in their time.
I really got interested when I was about 13. I looked through a telescope for the first time and I fell in love. And I didn't really think that going into astronomy and astrophysics was going to be a feasible thing for me until I was about a senior in high school when I was introduced into astrophysics. And ever since then, I've been hooked.
I would tell you that it would be a good idea to start looking now, start learning, start growing. Don't necessarily just depend on what's being taught in schools, because even though that's great, they can't cover everything, and there's always going to be more interesting things out there. Reach out to local universities, reach out to professors. They always want to hear from you. They can even put you in touch with students, or if you're a female or a minority, they can put you in touch with a female or minority student that can help you through the process in a very unique way.
As a woman, there are definitely times where I can be underestimated in my abilities. But I don't really let that stop me from being able to do anything that I want. You know, I have very clear and defined goals as to what I want to do in my future. Being a woman, I'm not going to let that stop me from being able to do any of those things. I'm just as capable to do any of the research that I'm doing as anybody else is.
What do you want to study in college? Veterinary medicine? Sales? Sports psychology? Let us know down in the comments section. And if you like this video, be sure to follow STEM in 30 on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to the National Air and Space Museum's YouTube channel.